Meantime, President Trump today in the Pittsburgh area touting his economic successes and stumping for a Republican in a high-stakes special election that's coming up in March. The Republican is Rick Saccone. He's up against Democrat Conor Lamb. Now, on paper, this should be a layup for the GOP. The district is mostly white, rural, and blue-collar. In other words, it's quite red. It's Trump country. But analysts say the Democrat has a shot and that it could be a major early indicator for what's going to happen in the midterms coming up in November. So do President Trump and the GOP have reason to be worried? Let me go to my tough as nails man panel tonight from townhall.com, where he serves as a political editor and a Fox News contributor. Guy Benson is here, along with the co-hosts of The Five on the Fox News channel, Juan Williams, and wrestling superstar Dolph Ziggler back in the ring. Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to the show. Hello. So let's discuss this special election a little bit, because both parties want to claim that every election, every race is a bellwether. And this one is going to be the big indicator for how things go and the president's fortunes fall in November. Do you buy that with this special election that's supposed to be quite red?
I think we put too much emphasis on special elections and what they might mean more broadly.
Yeah.
And then the winning party loves to run around touting whatever lesson has been learned.
Yep.
So in Georgia, the Republicans were excited in that special election. Then Virginia wasn't a special election, but the Democrats won it. Alabama, obviously, the Democrats were crowing about. There was a race up in Wisconsin that flipped a Trump district. Democrats are excited. What's interesting to me about the Pennsylvania race is the Republicans are running the playbook that they did in Georgia. They are tying the Democrat relentlessly to Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton and seeing if that's going to work again. It was successful defeating Jon Ossoff down in rural, or rather suburban Atlanta. Will it work in Trump country in Pennsylvania?
I don't know. Will it work, Juan? I mean, could this Democrat, Conor Lamb, he's very interesting on paper, and it goes to the Democrats' efforts to recruit different kinds of candidates and people who are not like Nancy Pelosi, people who are more like Tim Ryan, people who are centrist with military backgrounds.
Right. Well, so, in fact, in that Wisconsin race the guy was talking about, the Democrat ran as a former member of the Bear Hunters Association. So that gives you an idea. They're not running in the typical orthodox Democratic mold far left. No.
Yeah.
Then she ran basically saying we need more health care, we need to fight the opioid crisis, and we need to make sure that the elderly in our community, everyone is taken care of. So this to me was like, you know what, I'm not playing in the political sandbox with predictable Republican and Democratic positions or even attacking Trump by name.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I believe I'm the one who's closer to the people, and that's what the Democrats are trying in Pennsylvania.
And what's really interesting for some of these candidates, it's difficult because the president is not entirely popular in every district. He did win this district by 20 points. President Obama is also out on the stump as well, and he's going to campaign pretty heavily and pretty hard for Democrats in 2018. Which of these candidates does a better job for their party, and which of them hurts their party?
It completely depends. I think anytime, like you said, like a Tim Ryan or someone who's in the middle, somewhere that you can actually lean on, you want to take the advantages of Trump's economy. It's booming.
Yeah.
Mention that. It's the economy stupid. It's so easy to say.
But can you make that case without tying yourself to the president?
You
Is
also
that possible?
can, because a lot of times people say you have to give some of the credit to Obama for how the economy is doing now. You don't give the credit to anyone. You say the economy's doing great. I'm in the middle. I'm not Trump. I'm not Obama. I'm here for you. And that's as simple. And everyone goes, that's what we've wanted for 100 years.
Yeah, and that economic message, I think that's the thing that is going to resonate. And if the economy keeps improving, it's great for Republicans. It's hard for Democrats to play politics with that, but we shall see. Now, you'd think with everything going on in Washington, D.C., the president would want to spend more time out of town, like Pittsburgh and that area. But one of his lawyers now says the president is, quote, very eager to speak with special counsel Robert Mueller about the Russia investigation. This comes just a week after Trump said it seemed very unlikely that he would sit down for an interview with Mueller's team. Trump has repeatedly called the investigation a witch hunt. But that apparently isn't how the rest of America feels, because a recent poll shows that almost half of Americans think Mueller's investigation is fair. Only 28% think it is unfair. So should the president be eager to talk to Mueller? Here we go. Back and forth. Mixed signals. 1 week he's going to talk to him. Then the next, no dice. What do you think is going to happen here?
I wonder if they're now signaling that he's eager to do it, that they sense that it's inevitable. Because if that's going to have to happen, then they want to make it seem like, of course, the president is very, very excited to have this conversation, which, fine, he said a few weeks ago was never going to happen, but now it is, and he's stoked. I do find it interesting as well that the president's lawyer keeps predicting that the Mueller probe is going to end just a few weeks from now, and then a few weeks passes, like 4 to 6 more weeks. It goes on and on. And what you keep hearing from
the legal groundhog is seeing his shadow.
Yes, and I'm waiting months, and you keep hearing maybe even a year. I don't know what the strategy is to keep saying over and over again that it's almost over when that has been proven wrong repeatedly.
Yeah. So where are we, Juan?
I think the strategy, Guy, is to try to placate President Trump.
Yeah.
That's where I think it's an audience of one.
Yeah.
But I think that on this point, whether he talks to Mueller, he obviously was trying to set kind of a negotiating point, which is I'm not going to talk to you, so come.
I'll write my answers down.
Right. But is it a matter of, for example, knowing the questions beforehand? Is it possible that he negotiates a deal where he only answers written questions with written answers, rather than putting himself in the position where
But is
he's
that
answering
satisfactory? I mean, can you get to the truth if you know that his lawyers are sitting down with him, just co-authoring all of the answers?
Well, I think that's what most people will surmise. But from their position, he's protected because with Trump being as impulsive as he is, if he goes off the talking points, he's in big trouble because he's under oath.
I know, and it's tough because, as Steve Bannon, pretty much anyone who's ever met the president points out, he's a star. He always does well when he gets in a room, and I think that's what he's banking on, because when he goes to these big rallies and looks people in the eye, and he knocks it out of the park every time, will he be able to bottle that same magic with the special counsel?
I think he absolutely thinks so. And can you imagine, you see a lawyer whispering in some client, and actually him repeating what he's supposed to say? He's like, no, I got this. And it's it's unreal. There's no way he thinks that he goes, oh, I will beat this, I will do it, it's right. But you are now under oath, and it could be very, very unbelievable to you if this doesn't work out. And I know, I got it. So, but it was also a great point that Juan said. It was a negotiating tactic, I think. I'm not going to talk to this guy. And hey, oh yeah, okay. I guess we'll meet in the middle, and I'll talk to you. That's Trump's book 101.
He has said over and over again with conviction that there was no collusion.
Yeah.
So I understand maybe some of that eagerness being like, I did not do what the main charge is.
Yeah.
I am eager to say that again because it's true. That's the pro-Trump argument that resonates. I understand that.
As far as he knows and thinks, he's good to go.
But he also, and anyone who's interviewed him knows that the president has buttons that can be pushed.
Yeah.
And if the special counsel has access to that, those investigators are going to find past statements that perhaps contradict and give them to the president. Maybe that's why so many lawyers say, whatever you do, don't talk to them.
Don't.
That is Law and Order 101 when the guy's on the stand. Give me 2 seconds. You couldn't do it. Oh, yeah, I can. I mean, no. And then that's it. And he's he doesn't
I can
realize.
do it with my bare hands.
Do a second take. No, this is it. It's not TV.
No mulligans. It's very sad. The Man panel returns a little bit later for Party Swap. It's going to be so good. You have to stick around. It's going to be the best one ever. First up, however, for decades, the United States. Are you tired of the same talking heads spitting out rehearsed talking points over and over again? #MeToo. One of our guests came up with a perfect solution. Make our liberal and conservative guests argue for the opposition.
It's time to party swap.
That's right, baby. Do. Party swapping and head shaking. There we go. Here's how it works. Our liberal Juan Williams is going to argue for the conservative side.
Yes.
Our conservative guy, Benson, is going to do the opposite. And Dolph Ziggler is going to ask them divisive political questions, and he will referee. Dolph, let's get this party started.
Let's get it rocking and rolling. I know there's a lot of anticipation here. Juan, I will start with you.
Okay.
Am I right? Why do we absolutely need the wall?
Have you seen any Norwegians south of the border? No. The answer is no.
Good point, Juan.
And so what we need is to protect American interests.
Yes.
You have seen hordes come across that southern border, Dolph. And when I say hordes, I mean H-O-R. Wait, no, H-O-A. No, wait, W-H-O.
Oh, whoa, wow.
You mean like rapists and thieves.
Yeah.
And we need to stop it. And we should not allow other people to tell us about our own security issues. We have the need for security in this country, and I, as president, I think the American people need to enforce their own border security.
That's right. They're bringing drugs. I'm tearing up. That was beautiful.
I have goosebumps. Guy, good luck following that. Why is the wall more important than ever since that tax scam bill ignited our looming apocalypse?
Yeah, well, first of all, I know I'm on faux news or whatever the ESPN2 version is of that network. So I'm going to make this very simple for you guys. I'd like to start with something called science. Ever heard of it? Okay, walls don't work. They never have. They never will. That's the data. That is Nate Silver. Okay. Number two, you know who else had walls? Hitler. Ever heard of him? People forget.
Literally.
Wow.
People forget.
Literally Hitler. Not just figuratively.
Literally Hitler.
And you said the words illegal immigrants, and even if you didn't, you thought them. And that brings me to something called compassion. Ever heard of it? Okay? We need to start doing what is necessary, which means, number one, making illegal immigrants the hate crime that it is, saying it, thinking it, and secondly, more importantly, calling these children of God. And it's okay to talk about God and Christianity in this context because it helps my argument, so it's not theocracy, but we need to start calling them undocumented heroes because that's what they are. Yeah. They are better than most Americans, especially you.
Okay. Oh, man.
Don't worry.
We're out of time. We're going to get to more of these questions.
Will that wall and its imminent ensure victory in 2021?
You know what? I think for President Trump, he's got to deliver on his campaign promises because that's what the base knows, and the base has a strong reaction to immigrants. So, Donald Trump, do your thing because guess what? You've been the winner. Don't let these naysayers, don't let these leftist snowflakes somehow rain out or fall. Is it snow on your wall? I don't know.
I'm not a snowflake.
You're not a snowflake? All right.
Okay.
Guy, is it okay to make up stories about the president if it gets Hillary elected?
Hillary was elected. Okay? She's the president.
Of the people.
She's the president.
The people's president.
There's this thing called the popular vote. Ever heard of it? She won it. Okay, so that's one thing. Second thing,
it's true.
Tears of rage. Right now, literal tears of rage. And also, I have to say this because I have to say it all the time. This is not normal.
Good.
This is not normal. The only thing that's fake is our fake, fat, phony Russian president who said. Did you hear he said? He said repeatedly. He said it. And I just want to say this on behalf of journalists, the people that he's smearing, they are the greatest people in the world aside from undocumented heroes. If Gandhi and Mother Teresa had a child, it would literally be journalism.
Oh, my God. Juan,
last question for Juan.
It's your last chance. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
How healthy and smart is President Trump?
He can't be any healthier. Didn't you hear this from his doctor this week?
Yeah.
This is not up to Republicans. This is just the facts. So my
White House doctor.
My Democratic opponent here holds up a sign that says science. Science.
I am.
I'm going to wow
I believe
you.
in it.
I want to wow you with science, my friend, because the doctor came back with the evidence, and the evidence, the scientific evidence, said that our Starburst, McDonald's eating, milkshake drinking president is in great shape.
That's right.
Okay, no, but you're talking about some White House doctor. I have it on good authority that the president is 508 pounds, and you know why? Because Dr. Sanjay Gupta told me, and that's what matters. That's the truth. That is science.
Okay, so Dolph, we're running out of time. Who wins?
Juan, you sounded like a genius today.
No.
Certified genius. Guy is our winner.
Oh, very well done.
Congratulations.
That's an upset.
I believe in science. I believe in science, you guys. Well done.
Maybe it was a science. Juan and Guy, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Best party pop yet. Very well done.
I agree. Well done.
All right, coming up the same day the Dow shoots past 26,000, Apple announces a plan to invest billions of dollars and create more than 20,000